Case of lost voices.
Wait, Colonel. Good, take his back and tell him you can't get a bloody lid off.
Give it me.
It's no good giving it to you, is it? If I can't get a bloody lid off, I'm sure you can't. Oh! Oh, got it.
Just have to use your intelligence, that's all.
Out of it. I'm gonna bloody forky now! You'll keep bloody well floating away! A bloody mess there! Oh, look, huh? Well, it didn't used to be like this when you bought pickles, did it? God's truth. Well, I can't get a bloody thing. I mean, it's all very well them using their fancy machines to pack the bloody things in there. And the only thing's we got to get a fancy machine to get the lid off before we can bloody well eat them. No.
Oh, go! Dirty.
Look. Oh, I can't get me bloody hand out. Bring it up. I've got to get them out somehow, haven't I? All right, Miss Clever Dick. You show us a better way to get them out. Go on.
I don't want to know you've had your hands in her.
Hands? Hands? We was made with hands, wasn't we? We had hands before we had knives and forks, even.
Yeah, well, just because you're an animal doesn't mean to say you've got to eat that one.
Look, I ain't an animal. Bloody animal. Look, I put my hand in it to get the bloody onion out because I couldn't get them out with a bloody fork.
Pooh.
Never mind about poo, never mind about poo. God, blimey, there's nothing on my hands going to poison you. It's only my hand I put in there. Oh, blimey. I think there's been a few hands round them bloody onions before they put them in the jar. God, true. And we think they where their hands have been. Them bloody girls out of pickle factory. Oh, blimey. You start thinking about that too much, you never eat another pickle as long as you live. Oh, no, I had to stop eating golden syrup because I worked in a factory for a week once and saw how it was made. Yeah, look at him. Look at him. He's taking them out with his bloody hands and putting them on my plate. Look, you take them back. I don't want them. You take them back.
I got them out for you, didn't
Well,
I?
I'll get my own bloody onions out. Thank you very much. When you talk about the colour of my hands, look at these.
They're not dirty.
No, but they was before you washed them in the... Oh, Joe, weren't they? Bloody great red Mick hands.
Don't show where to wash them when I come in. Look
Get
at
out
that.
of it.
Look at the mess you made.
Well, don't blame me. Not my fault. It's a bloody pickle's fault, isn't it? No wonder the country's going to the dogs. Can't even get a jar of pickles you can open no more.
Well, it stinks. You can have it down to
Look what you're doing.
Smells.
Look, you pour the bloody wet in front of me now.
Well, you're worse than a baby, you are. You made the wet.
Did I? Well, I don't bloody want it. Move it round.
What are you hooligans? What's wrong with you? Here. Move that out the way.
Give us that, my tea. That's not your
That's my
tea. That's
tea.
my
Get that out the way.
Stop
That's
that.
my dinner. That's my
That's
knife.
not your knife.
It's mine.
Who sat them?
That's
What is
mine.
that?
You got all the meat without the fat on it, didn't you? Yeah.
Oh,
Greedies.
Pepper.
you don't mind me sitting here, do you, Alf?
No.
Only I'm not speaking to her.
It's not him who's not speaking to me, it's me who's not speaking to him.
What's the matter?
He knows what's the matter. It's none of your business anyway, so you can keep your long nose out of it. Man, if I had my time over again, I wouldn't walk down the aisle with none of them. All their big foreign stuck in themselves. You ain't got to touch them and they're too tired. I didn't marry him just to be a cook. I could have got a job as a cook. Oh dear, get married, they said. Don't be left on the shelf, they said. Don't be a spinster, they said. I might just as well been for all the yellow days.
upset.
Yeah, well, you know, it...
She won't go to her mother.
No?
No. She got half up the street and start to remember what her mother's like. Then she'll come back. I'm better to her than what her mother is. It's all this, you know...
What?
Well... You come home from work. I mean, you had a hard day. Well, I mean, I'm not as young as what... Well, I mean, Sundays. It's all right for all the, you know. I mean, I said to her, I said, look, wait till Sunday and I'll... But I said, no.
Here's your pudding.
Thank you, love.
But don't you want it?
I'm still eating me dinner.
That's the thanks what you get. You slave for 'em all day long. You give 'em a dinner and a pudding. There's not many men as gets a pudding every night. Leastways, not round this way. There's not many of 'em gets a dinner every night round this way.
No, right.
But you give him his pudding, you cook him his pudding, and then he don't want it.
I'll have it. No, just let me finish this. It's handy, that, isn't it?
What?
Oh, keeping it damp like that. My father had a dog he used to wipe his hands on. We don't have a tablecloth, do we, love?
No, I can see why.
What was wrong with that?
Nothing, it was nice, love.
Well, don't say thank you, will you?
Oh, thank you. Do you want a chair, love?
No, I wouldn't sit in the same room with you. But don't you like it?
Yeah, it's marvellous.
Well, it's the last you'll get off me. I'm going to my mother's now.
Oh, give her my love.
Ooh, when I think of how I've kept myself for you. I wish I could go to Australia like some people and have a good time. I bet she won't be in a hurry to get back. And if I was you, I'd emigrate out there with her.
No. Not Rita, eh, love?
Oh, don't you start nothing you can't finish.
As far as I can see, they're all the same.
Well, you have headaches.
Well, yes, I do sometimes, but when I ain't, you never seem to notice. Raspberry pie, that is there. Raspberry pie is that pudding with custard. I only make the custard for him because I know he likes it. Well, I hope it chokes him. I even take the pips out the raspberries, I do, so they don't get underneath his teeth. Think of him, you can think of him all day long, but he won't never think of me, not once. I'm nothing but a piece of furniture as far as he's concerned. I'm worse. He thinks more of his pigeons than what he does of me. Always wondering whether they're all right or not. If one of them's the least little bit fretful, he'll sit up all night with it. While you can sleep with your pigeons tonight, you can take them to bed with you. I could get us a node, I could.
A node? No, not a node. To be a node.
I know the rules. I know what you've got to do to get a node.
No, you ain't got to do to get a node. To get a node, you got... What? Never?
I have.
When?
Look, go and see your mother.
Don't you tell me where to go. Ooh, when I think of how I've thrown away the best years of my life on him, and he can sit and eat my pie, can't he? He's not too tired for that, is he? Well, if I'm going to be treated like a spinster, I shall live like one. I'm sorry about him, though. Dragging all our troubles into you and spoiling your dinner. How's your mother?
Oh, she's fine, thank you, Mrs. Reed.
Good, I'm glad to hear that, because she's a good woman, she is, and she deserves a bit of peace. And some happiness, too, if she can get it. I'm not one to pry, you know me, but, well, I like hear things through the wall. So, when you're writing to her, would you give her my regards and say to her that if she wants to write to me, I should be at my mother's. I'm looking forward to a bit of peace and happiness myself. I'm sorry about him barging in here and giving you all this trouble, but he's got no thought for others. It's not in his nature. Good night. I'll see myself out.
Has she gone?
Yeah.
She's gone. I can see. I'm going to have to put my foot down with her. Oh, yes, I saw it in the paper. I thought about you, Alf, when I saw it. You know, with your missus being away.
Girl, what, rent a wife? Carol, Billy.
Oh, Bert here. He reckons there's a place where you can rent a wife. For them what can't afford to buy their own, I suppose.
Bye? Yeah, the way he talks.
Well, they do cost a lot. I mean, if I hadn't married my Min, well, there's no knowing what I might have been. I was going to sea, you know, when I met her.
Going to sea, was you? Hey? You give up a lot, didn't you?
No, he's right. I mean, no, there's no knowing what he might have been at sea.
Of course, I always got on well with the captain.
Oh? Sit at his table, did you?
No, always spoke to me when he passed. Well, if he didn't speak, he'd nod.
That's a good life, isn't it, sailor?
Yeah.
If you know anything about boats, you know. You know, roaming the world, all duty-free.
That's it. Girl in every port.
Yeah.
Blimey, I bet they couldn't wait for you to arrive.
Do you think she'll come back tonight?
Well, I don't know. I'm going to bed, aren't I? She's got her key. She knows where I live.
No. But, I mean, if she ain't there for your breakfast, I ought to say something, you know. Because, I mean, she's out of order and not being in your bed.
Yeah. It's a breakfast I'm thinking of, though.
But, see, with my house, I've always satisfied her wishes, you know.
Oh, yeah, well, I've done my duty.
Well, so have I. So have I.
Yeah, well, we ain't had no children, but...
No, you won't unless you know. I suppose you know that.
Well, she wanted me to go and see the council.
Council? What about?
Yeah, the marriage council. Well, I didn't want to go up to council. I mean, not as though we want a house all from or anything.
What's the matter? Can't you,
You might. I'm just trying to help him, that's all. You're not me about, are you? I ain't dribble.
She must. She's always looked after me. I say that. Never had much to talk about, but I mean, she does all the talking. I'll just sit and listen. On the main things, you can't fault her.
Well,
Things like cooking and cleaning. Well, perhaps you could fault her on the cleaning. Perhaps, yeah.
fault most of them on that, can't you?
Yeah. But you've got to give her her due. She's not bad about the house. Oh, she keeps it sort of, you know.
Spotless.
Well, no, not spotless. You could pick holes there, I suppose, but, I mean, she's not lazy. Once she starts, she never seems able to finish, though.
Well, it's too much for her, is it?
Oh, everything's too much for... You only got to ask her to wash a shirt. Well, I don't. I just leave them out, like, when they're dirty. When there's no more wearing them, I leave them out where she might see them.
What, a sort of hint, like, is it?
I don't know whether it's her eyes, but sometimes she just irons them and puts them back in the drawer.
Well, irons them first.
Oh, yeah. Oh, she'll always iron them first. She never puts them back in that drawer without she irons them first. Got round to that. I mean, she don't seem to mind the ironing. It's the washing she don't seem to like.
Because mine, you know, she ain't bad about the house, mine.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but, you know, as you say, you can pick faults, you know. Yeah. But you've got no bloody idea of housekeeping at all.
She's always on about money. I told her the other day, I said, I can't give you no more money, I said.
Yeah.
I can't break the social contract.
Right.
She's not a bad cook, though.
Oh, well.
I'll allow her that.
I see what you had tonight, actually. And big platefuls and all.
And a pudding every night.
I think I'd like that. I think I'll see your mother about that when she gets back from Australia. Get her to do that. Do a pudding.
Yes, it gives a good finish to a meal.
Yeah. You know what keeps them busy, don't I mean? You know what they say, idle woman. Yeah. No, I mean, they say that, don't they? You know.
They do.
Well, first off, when you get married, give them a few kids, keep them occupied. I mean, no, it's the fact you let them sit about doing nothing. Next thing, they don't want to do anything. You know?
Right. They have all day to themselves.
Cool.
Well, I don't see why they shouldn't rush about a bit at night.
Right.
What are you talking about?
We're talking about marriage, my dear. You don't know why we do it, do we?
No, we don't. No.
You don't know why you do it. Don't know why we do it.
That's all right for you. For a woman, that's a good job for a woman.
Job? It's a job with no prospects, I tell you
Look,
that.
a man marries a woman. See, a man employs a wife, right?
What?
Yeah.
Employ?
Yes! But he don't get the same conditions of labour as your employer of industry gets, does he?
Sure, Al, that's true.
But you take your employer, see, ordinary employer, right? He employs a man. Now, if that person he employs ain't up to the job or maybe is, you know, a bit lazy.
Bone idle. Could be bone idle.
Right, and in most of mine industries today, you sack them, right? And they are bloody bone idle.
Yeah.
Wives?
No, in industry. That's why the country's in the bloody state it's in. But you see, a husband, he employs a wife. Well, if she don't turn out like he thought she would, he can't sack her.
No.
Of course he can't. And the other employer, he catches you leaning on his broom.
Or sitting in the box smoking.
Right. Get a sack, all fat, get your cards.
That's it.
If you caught your Minnie in the bog smoking, you feel you want to sack her, do you?
No, I don't want to sack her.
Well.
I mean, her cooking. I mean, that's almost worth the money itself, isn't it?
Well, you ought to be able to, Bert.
No, but I ought to be able to dock her, though. For time off. Well, take the moment, like, she's round at her mother's now, isn't she?
Yeah.
She's not earning round there, is she?
No.
Hey? I mean, I shouldn't have to be paying her for sitting round there.
Well, that's right.
And she couldn't do that if she was working for anyone else.
That's it.
Suppose she can leave if she wants to, can she? She can hand in her cards if she wants to, can she?
No, come on, be fair, be
No,
fair. It's
that's
cost him-
different, isn't it?
It's not, look, it's cost him a lot of money to train her up, isn't it?
Razor.
Was it?
Yeah.
I mean, God blimey, she pisses off, that's his investment gone, isn't it?
Well, it is like an investment, isn't it?
She can get a divorce, you know. She can get a divorce.
It's not fair to him.
No.
Why? God, it could cost him a lot of bloody money. No. Because you understand, look, some bloody judge might give her half his house and tell him he's got to support her for the rest of her life.
Good.
Never mind that good. Her sitting about on her arse, not doing a handstand for him. No, I mean, God blimey, you, in an ordinary firm, see, you get a sack there, they don't support you, do they? I mean, you get a sack, mate, they don't give you half a factory and say to the governor, you got to keep him for the rest of his life.
I know, be fair, you get unemployment benefit up, don't you?
Yeah, all right, all right then, let wives have that. It's fair. Let him have that. Oh, look, I tell you, you take a big football club. I mean, that's about similar.
Simply.
Now, with... Eh?
Simply. The word simply, like a better simply.
That's what I meant. Similar. A similar.
That's it? Yeah, similar.
I lost my bloody thread now, haven't I?
We're talking about transfer.
Right, no, football.
Right, football. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Big football, right?
Yeah,
You've got a player there. Right, here, I suppose he's gone off, football player. He's gone off a bit, see, and he can't do his job for the club no more, right?
Go on, I'll follow. Go on, I'll follow.
You want to...
Well, they don't sack him, do they?
No.
Don't sack him, no. They put him up for transfer.
You want to transfer your wife now, do you?
Well, that club's got to get back the money they laid out, ain't they? Look, all right, look, he ain't satisfied with his wife no more, right?
Oh, no, I won't say that, Al.
Just for argument's sake, right? And he puts her up for transfer, right? I come along, see, and I'm in the market, say, for a new one, right?
Yeah, go on.
Right, we talk over about the pros and the cons of it.
Yeah.
You know, I have a look at her form, give her a medical check.
She's had a bit of a dodgy chest lately, the missus says. With the medical. She wouldn't pass with her chest.
It's the similar. This is the similar I'm talking. Look,
Oh, I see. Go on, I'll follow. Go on.
I've got this wife of mine that I've got to dispose of first
yeah.
of all before I can enter into negotiations with you.
Right.
Right. Well, I'll let you look her over, you know, see if he's interested. Let the dog see the rabbit, right? and then we might do a swap, you know, with just like a bit of cash changing hands.
Yeah.
Because you see, like, well, my wife, she might have a better wardrobe than what his wife has got, what he's transferred to me, or she might have some other thing that he thinks is worth a few quid extra, you know, or... I'm not talking about that! Randy starts getting... See, or like his wife is a good cook.
That's true.
Well,
yeah, go on.
and so,
Yeah,
I mean,
fair.
if it was Mummy, you see, if it was Mummy that I was trading in, and I mean, well, you know, we'd have to come to some arrangement about the cooking because, you know, see, I would have the advantage there, wouldn't I? Because I mean, well, you know, Mummy's cooking, you couldn't very well put a value on it, you know. So it'd be something I'd have to like play down a bit in the negotiations, you know.
Blimey. If I was Mum, I'd have put you up for transfer years ago.
You know, when you leave a firm, you know, you get a golden handshake.
Yeah, well, the amount of firms you've left, we should have been millionaires by now. I can see why Mum's gone to Australia and why your Minnie's round her mum's. Oh,
You've
dear.
got your women's lib, ain't you?
Yeah, don't we need it and all?
So do we, right?
What?
Men's lib.
That's it, the men's
Right,
lib.
look at him. Look at him. He's got a... Never mind all that. He's got to go home tonight, freezing cold house, cook his own breakfast, and his own dinner probably too.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And what's he done, eh?
Nothing, apparently, for years, it would seem.
Well, come on, Danny, you gonna get him in or not?
Yeah.
Oh.
But it's your turn, isn't it? It's your turn.
Come on, I'll get him. Go on. Oh.
Yeah. Tell you what, though, talking about transfers, I reckon your West Ham done well getting shot at Bobby Moore. God, blimey, they've never played so well.
He sort of about got shot. He
Yeah,
never
got
got
shot him.
shot.
Gosh,
Bobby.
they did. They got
never
shot.
got
I mean,
shot.
that-
Robert Moore. He's a good servant to the club. He was in England. OBE. But I mean, he was getting a bit old, you know. I mean, he had lost like the spring had gone out of his step when he ran out on the pitch. I've granted that. You know, so they let him go to Fulham, where they do play a more elderly sort of game. She may be weary.
Oh, sitting there, oh, dreary.
Wearing the same filthy dress.
stupid dog. Cheese. Give him
Come on, Alf, we're closed. No, it's finish up, please. He's going to finish up.
It's a long, long trail.
No!
We're
Accidents, aren't we? Accidents, hey,
Wait a minute, Elf, I can't get it in here.
He can't get it in. Ashley's bloody trouble, darling. His wife's wife left him.
Well, I would go.
But
Come on, what?
listen,
What's the matter?
the one with the, you know.
What?
I think she fancies me. See you next week.
Go on out, you get.
You come.
Yeah.
Bert. I'm only going to turn me back. You've got another woman in bed. You're I've got it. You're gone pansy. Great.